Yeah, so your tank hunter is just chilling in the back here. Obviously, you're just kind of keeping him in reserve until you need to put him anywhere. Is that kind of your logic?
Yeah, it's just like an anti-tank gun where it's got almost 0 effectiveness against infantry, and you know, I don't need that thing getting stickied or running into a mine or anything. So I'm just going to keep it there because I don't even want to tip my hand that I have it out yet.
Gotcha.
Because unless he's up by my base listening for the sound, which I'm sure he's too busy doing other things to be paying attention to that, he's not even going to know that I have it. And so all he's going to know is I have an anti-tank half track, and as he's rolling his Sherman out here, he's not expecting the extra firepower.
Now, in general, how does an anti-tank half track compare to, say, a PAC 38 in terms of anti-tank effectiveness?
Anti-tank half track has very damn mines right
Whoa,
there.
mines and Shermans in the face there. All right, I guess we're going to get to see the light AT gun. Get some shots here.
The anti-tank half track has very, very low penetration against heavy armor. It'll penetrate most light armor pretty easily. It's made to counter that, but against heavy armor, it's just going to ding shots off.
Yeah,
However,
it's getting some crazy lucky shots here. Yeah, it looked like you immobilized and damaged the engine in just the first 2 or 3 shots.
Yeah, that's what it's out there for. Is it has
Gotcha.
2 special abilities. One's a tread breaker shot, which will immobilize the targeted vehicle for 40 munitions, and the other one is a focused fire, which also costs 40 munitions, but allows it to act as a sniper more or less and just start taking infantry out one at a time.
Man, that Sherman is completely useless. Immobilized, destroyed engine, and destroyed main gun, and you're just going to sit there and just pluck it away. Yeah, that was a very, very effective use of that. So he never even got to advance forward. Your infantry did a terrific job just annihilating the riflemen, and this Sherman is just a dead duck. I don't know if that's an expression or not, but I'm going to use it. Why not? A lame duck. There we go. That's, sometimes I mix my metaphors, but I guess that's the way the cookie bounces when you're casting on the fly.
Yeah. One funny thing to note is that once I got Fieldcraft, I started capping a lot with my Panzer Grenadiers, and since I believe that like the 17-minute mark, my Kettenkrad was sitting there at the far right fuel point doing absolutely nothing for I believe the entirety of the rest of the match.
He's just out of things to cap, and who cares anyways. So here we get to see the Tank Hunter versus a whole bunch of infantry, and as you were kind enough to point out, not a super effective matchup, so you're just going to be scooting on out of there with him. How much damage, by the way, does a Tank Hunter take from incidental fire? Is it any?
It'll take some damage from BAR fire. Not much, like a little bit more than a Puma would, where it'll slowly whittle it down, but you gotta be pretty stupid to get it killed by bars alone.
Oh, getting some nice shots right there. Just kind of picking off those guys in the cover. Again, Yo is doing a great job at just kind of mining up the middle here. I have seen probably half a dozen mines go off already, and he continues to lay them. So he's being pretty aggressive about making that a dangerous place to be. But you seem to be having no problem just forcing your way in there. And again, we've got all these Vet 2 Panzer Grenadiers now just pouring into place. I hear Browning automatic rifle fire from both sides.
Yeah. Look at all that damage those guys took, though, just from that single little gout of flame. They
wow.
took almost a third their health and damage.
And over on the left-hand side of the map here, I totally missed this M10 tank destroyer come out. But again, I'm guessing your light anti-tank gun is doing its dirty work there, just kind of immobilizing that tank destroyer. Man, that is very effective.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the splash damage done by that also immobilized my my own armored car.
And oh, the main gun is destroyed just in time to save the armored car. The last 2 or 3 shots, there we go, taking out the rest of that M10. So unfortunately, no luck whatsoever with the tank depot today for Mr. Yo. Sorry if that's annoying. I'll stop saying that. We do have Rangers out on the field for him now. But really, so what is the infantry player's best bet against your build order at this point in the game? I mean, this may be completely over for him at this point, but in general, like, what sorts of things are you worried about at this phase of the match?
Right now, the scariest thing would probably be another Sherman supported by multiple Rangers with Thompsons.
Gotcha.
Just because the armored cars die like flies to the bazookas, and even the Thompsons will deal a significant amount of damage should they get close enough. And if I lose my anti-tank half track, Rangers, can come in, kill the armored cars. Get some good flamethrower crits. Will kill all my Panzer Grenadiers if he gets really lucky, and then Sherman can just circle strafe the Martyr all day with no effort at all.
Gotcha. Okay, so the emphasis is very very pronounced anti-infantry style things backed up by armor is what you're worried about there.
Yeah.
Interesting. And man, your army is just wrecking. So here we get to see once again, we've got I can see your leveling schematic here. Okay, so check this out. So the one Panzer Grenadier guy got 2 offensive and 1 defensive. Was that just random or any logic there?
Just like defensive level 1 gives a greater benefit to vehicles than it does at other levels, defensive level 3 on infantry gives a greater bonus than if it was taken at other levels. It gives, I think, a slightly higher reduced damage, reduced accuracy, but it also gives passive health regeneration that you can't get otherwise.
Ooh, okay, so that's a must-have then. And man, those guys, 24 kills for those gentlemen. By the way, we just finally saw your very first Scorched Earth ability being used in the center there, or at least the first non-passive-looking one here. You booby-trapped the center victory point there. Tell us a little bit about your booby-trap theory as well. And by the way, sector artillery, I believe we get to see some pretty awesome sector artillery pretty soon here.
Yeah, it's a wonderful ability. As for the booby traps, it's a free ability that you can upgrade, to put on all your Panzer Grenadiers to lay explosive traps on points, so that when the enemy starts capping them, there'll be a couple of pretty decent explosions that go off towards the direction they were capping from. So they have to either have a very quick retreat or move forward past the point in order to avoid taking unnecessary manpower damage.
And the allies,
if they do.
Oh, I was gonna say, and the allies can hear that, right? They get like a click or something, like if they're paying attention.
There's an audible click, and there's a warning message on the left-hand side of the screen saying that a booby trap has been activated.
Sorry, what were you saying? Though I think I interrupted you there.
I don't even recall.
Oh, that's fine. So booby traps. So they have to move to the opposite side of the. It's like a shaped charge or something to that effect.
Directional.
Direct. Okay.
Shaped, but yeah. But even if they don't take any damage from it, it took action, attention away from what's really going on, and it's the only really ability that really is a micro sync.
Gotcha. And here we have it, the sector artillery going off. So you can drop this in unfriendly territory. I'm sorry, you can drop this in neutral territory or friendly territory.
Yeah.
It's active now. Is he trying to cap that just to neutralize it by taking control of the point? Oh!
Yeah.
So much for that tactic.
Yeah, as long as I have line of sight. And right now, what I'm really trying to do is I see he's got that Sherman right there by my sector. And, well, it's not moving yet.
So you
but
have
I
to
got
be able to see
my
into the
anti-tank
sector.
half track right there, and I want to immobilize it inside the active sector, so I can just maintain line of sight without risk to any other units. I can just keep on having artillery drop on it.
Gotcha. So much like reactive artillery in Company of Heroes Online, you have to be able to see the units inside there?
Correct.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, that certainly drove away that entire force and killed an entire engineering squad. But if they do cap the point while it's active, does that cancel out the ability?
No, it'll still stay active. Even if they capture the sector, as long as I can see any unit inside that activated sector.
So once you've started it, there's no stopping it. Gotcha. Cool. Very cool indeed. Okay, so instead now it looks like he's going to go for a strong push through the middle here right now. Now we've got all the riflemen, we've got all the rangers, we've got the Sherman moving in. It looks like, oh, unfortunately, your AT gun is caught a little bit out of position there. This is kind of a strong push right now coming from this gentleman here.
This is the kind of push I was afraid of. Fortunately, I was able to get the immobilization on.
Yeah, that was nice. You definitely kind of took out that Sherman right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, massive push here. I kept waiting. I wanted to see this booby trap go out. I was just hoping he would grab it when all those guys were standing there. But now you've kind of got your own counterattack here. We've got some troops coming on the upper left. We've got troops coming from the right-hand side with the armored cars.
You got those damn rifles chasing the martyr away.
Yeah. Yeah, you're.
I don't want to get a sticky on that thing, because that's the only anti-tank I still have. Take out that Sherman.
Yeah, at some point you're going to have to come back to the middle and kill that Sherman there. So, man, we get to see your vetted up troops really just wreck the Allied vetted up troops right there. Great use of cover, great use of flanking, and just kind of charging in and putting the pressure on them. And no, the sticky goes off and destroys the engine of the Martyr.
And here is dropping artillery on it. And I just got really lucky here. I got that last shot off on the Sherman to take it out. And
slow motion.
those first 2 shots completely missed the Martyr.
Oh man! And did you manage to repair that? Is that what you were doing during that?
Yeah.
It just repaired its engine back and drove it to safety at like a sliver of hit points. Oh man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. And now we see your booby traps everywhere, by the way, too. I'm looking all around the map right now, just taking a look at those guys. Anyhow, and we have a GG from Yo. So total center domination. That was kind of his last big final attack there. You had triple victory point control, obviously, and booby. I'm just scrolling my camera across the center of the map right now, and I can see everything across the midline of this map is booby trapped up until like the last two on the left there. So man, dominating control there. So yeah, any final thoughts or lessons for Panzer Elite players?
Not that I can really think of.
That's
I'm
fine.
not too great at giving tips.
Well, anyhow, man, that was a fantastic game. Audemed, thank you very much for stopping by the show today. I totally appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I look forward to many more games. To all the viewers out there, I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Once again, I'm Harlequin. He's Audemed. I hope you enjoyed Meet the Players #2 for Company of Heroes. Subscribe if you enjoyed this, and until next time.